Jerusalén, la cuna de las tres grandes religiones monoteístas del mundo, ha sido durante milenios un lugar codiciado por pueblos y civilizaciones, pero también es un sitio que esconde misterios. Uno de esos misterios es qué ocurrió con los tesoros del Segundo Gran Templo, destruidos por los romanos al momento de la conquista de Tierra Santa en el año 70 de la Era Común. Aquí, justo detrás mío, se encuentra el lugar donde alguna vez se levantó el Segundo Gran Templo construido por el rey Salomón. La polémica se desató en los últimos días con la publicación en la prensa británica de una noticia impactante. Un arqueólogo inglés, experto en Tierra Santa, presentó una teoría desafiante, atrevida. Él dice que los tesoros del Segundo Gran Templo no se encontrarían en el Vaticano, como muchos piensan, sino escondidos en algún lugar de los territorios de Cisjordania, hoy bajo control de la autoridad palestina. Shalom to our viewers in InfoLive TV. I'm Patricio Abramson, and joining us today on the telephone from London is Dr. Sean Kingsley, an archaeologist expert on the Holy Land. Good morning, Dr. Kingsley.
Good morning, Info Live, and first of all, Shana Tova to all your viewers.
Thank you very much. We heard about your new book and your intrepid theory of the treasures of the temple that you say that are not in the Vatican but in the Palestinian Authority territories. Am I right?
Yes, you are absolutely right, but only 80% so. My new book, God's Gold, published by John Murray on the 5th of October,
yes,
in London, it proves beyond the shadow of a doubt, I would say 100%, that treasures that have been considered to be in the Vatican since the medieval period is based on inappropriate historical research, and I've relocated the menorah and the treasures to an area in the West Bank. However, I'd be very careful about using the term Palestinian Authority because this is a political term.
Okay.
And actually the monastery is, as far as I'm aware, a Greek Orthodox property.
Okay, how did you achieve these findings? How did you come to these findings? How was your research to know that?
Well, it's interesting. The research that's been done on this absolutely huge topic in the past has been rather bizarre. It's made very large sweeping assumptions. I mean, today you wouldn't go to a crime scene and have a look around, kick some doors, and leave without checking for fingerprints or for DNA analysis.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly what has been done in the case of the Temple treasure of Jerusalem. People have made assumptions on its financial value and its content without actually peeling away the historical and archaeological layers to actually see what lies behind. So as an archaeologist, I've taken very much an objective, scientific approach without having any religious or theological axe to grind. I'm just interested in finding the truth.
Okay.
And there's a web of historical and archaeological evidence that allows us to piece this story together.
Yeah.
Of course, Josephus Flavius is initially a very important source, and he makes it very clear that the temple treasure was relocated from the port of Caesarea Maritima in Israel
yes,
to Rome in AD 71. And for the first time in 2,000 years, I've managed to actually reconstruct the route of the triumph along the streets of Rome using Josephus.
okay,
And from then on, he's very clear that 4 years later, in AD 75, the menorah and the main icons of communication between God and man from the Temple of Jerusalem were put on very public and humiliating display in the Temple of Peace in the Forum of Rome.
yes.
That's really where our story starts.
And tell us, do you know exactly where that treasure is located now?
You jump straight to the most important point.
Okay.
I believe I do.
To see the rest of the story, join us again on InfoLive TV tomorrow.